Alrighty. I'm really big on just kind of running around. I'm gonna get some materials first and foremost. They call me the king of four play, if you will. Alright, let's see if we can find animals. Because that will be probably the most important thing. Next to finding anything else, I guess. I haven't played any, I haven't played since before the baby mobs. Ooh, sugarcane. I will need that. Ooh, perfect. Let's see if we can find more sheep. Stone Age. Whoops, Stone in the Age. Is it worth it to make a stone axe? Probably. Yeah, it probably is. Who am I kidding? Okay. I'm gonna use all of that. Which I can... Apologies for all of the coughing, guys. It's just how my body works. I don't know, it hates me. I've had like a coughing tick or whatever it is for my entire life, so I kind of just deal with it. I'll try and cut around it as much as I can. I don't know how well that's gonna go, but I will try. I'm not going down into a cave right now. Okay. Have that. I get the feeling that a lot of my playthroughs will just be me wandering around and then building when I find like a spot that I like. I'm very big on just kind of moving around until I find a spot, and even then, like, I do really enjoy just traveling instead of staying in a spot. I should make some food. And then put this in when I'm done. Three diamonds? Holy shit! can make a diamond pickaxe already. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna wait for my stone one to break. Even though there's like not really a use in that, but mostly just like principle, I think. Copper spear. I've been meaning to learn spear, but I just haven't. There's a bed somewhere in one of these. Shit. Okay. Come on now. No, you're moving. You're a nibba, you don't get that. Okie dokie. Actually, no, I'll take my chances in caves, I think. I'm really not good at battling shit. I'd rather a blue bit than the white one I have. So, switch. I can get some seeds from this. There has to be a bundle in one of these chests, right? I know people, I don't remember all too much now, but I remember people giving bundles shit. And it's like, it's useful, early game. Very useful. I think people gave the bundles too much shit for how good they are. Bingo! Okay. Emeralds. Let's see. Put bush, leftover food in this. Yeah, that's good enough. Photographer, whatever. Holy shit. I forgot they made the rabbits so big. Oh my god. That is crazy. I'll grab another furnace. It won't hurt. Oh, 2 ring stands. There's this one, and then there's the other one. No, I don't care. Actually, what's your deal? Same thing. Don't matter. It don't matter because I'm leaving here anyway. I'm not going to stay in a cold biome like this. I'm not gonna live in one, rather, is what I mean. I'm tempted to try and grab a cat, but that would mean fishing. This is perhaps a little bit embarrassing for me to admit, but I have never I haven't like traditionally beaten this game. It's not really something that I care for. I'm a big wimp, and I'm bad at everything, unless I'm like entirely kitted out. But that would require actually mining, which I'm also not really a fan of. A decent amount of raw beef. Decent. Let's over half a stack, which is really good. Let's see. I love roses. I don't even play Friday Night Funkin'. Why did I think of it like that? Usually I'd be playing with friends, except it's 3:17 in the morning. 3:17? It's 3:14, my bad. My computer is a little bit off. I always forget that. Ooh, another village. Every time I try and like talk about something, I see a village, and I have to beeline. It's unfortunate. Unforchies, as they say. And by as they say, I mean as I have been saying. I really like speaking nonsense. I think it's fun. It's not even true. I just have nothing else to do right now. I've been meaning to play Hypixel again. I've always been shit at Bed Wars, but I think it's kind of funny. Like, Bed Wars is, like, fun in theory. It's not really anymore, because everyone's really good at it. I'm not. Give me that. Like, everyone is really good at Bed Wars now, I've noticed. I give up on Bed Wars. It's not worth. I play Disasters when I play Hypixel, and I get really, really mad, because there's just some things in that game you can't win. And also, I feel like Hypixel is definitely past Prime now. I mean, that would just be, like, me being really jaded about it. But it's just not. It really just isn't the same. Minecraft servers aren't the same, which it's like not a bad thing, of course, because I've met a lot of friends, like a lot of my current friends, on like really, really recent Minecraft servers, and it's all fun. It's like really fun. I have a good time with my friends and all that. It's just like there was a time, and I wasn't one of the people who was like, I don't actually remember when I started, like, okay, I remember when I really started playing, and it was during the pandemic. So I was probably like 13 or 14. I was probably 14-ish when I like really started getting into Minecraft, which is comparatively late, I guess, for people my age. I'm 20. Um, for a lot of people who have like those formative experiences with Minecraft, it's a lot different for me. But I think that's fine, honestly. Like, I was never really big on like YouTubers, for example, I guess would be a good way to put it. I wasn't really allowed stuff as a kid. It feels weird. It feels weird to put it that way. I wasn't really allowed to watch YouTube. I wasn't allowed to like do all the stuff people would like think about when they think about their childhood at my age, or like with like people my age. And so I didn't get like a lot of formative experience in the way that like other people my age did. Which, I mean, it does have its blessings because I wasn't on the internet. Thus, I'm like, wasn't falling down alt-right pipeline type shit. And so, like, that's obviously a blessing. I'm not denying that at all. Like, obviously, there are like good things that have come out of me being isolated, I guess, would be the way to put it. It's the way I'd put it. Just because it's That's just how it was. And like, being ostracized from your peers is never fun. And there's still like definitely a lot of resentment there, I think, on my end. But that's just something that is dealt with in time. What was I talking? I was talking about like it's very, very easy for me to go on a tangent about stuff like this. As I was saying about like Minecraft being different, it's just like the nature of time because of just how people behave, how times change. Like, I did get the quintessential child experience of almost being groomed on Minecraft, so that was always fun. And like, I do think grooming is a relative term in the way that I experienced it, because it wasn't like it's not like I have always been a very, very awkward person. And so someone like showing any modicum of interest in me, even if it was like definitely not the greatest situation, was very like I guess just off-putting to me. And that's why I caught it, I guess, before it could do anything. Because I was like, okay, something is wrong. People like me. And maybe that's like not the best for a 13, 14-year-old to be thinking, but it's just where I was at the time. And I remember, um, well, I remember my old username, but I remember being on a server, and I remember this guy, and he was very, um, he was very charming, very charismatic. A couple years older than me. I think he was probably 16, almost 17, 6 or 7. Um, 16 or 17, and I was 13 or 14. I remember my birthday passing, and I like turned 14, I think, at the time. I'm not the best at memory recall, so the details get a bit fuzzy, especially with that time period, as a lot of things were happening. But it's like 2020, 2021 for me. I'm on this Minecraft server, and this guy's talking to me, and it's like, wow, this guy's talking to me. This guy's like showing interest in me, and at the time I didn't know I was. Well, I knew something was off. I just like didn't really clock it as being trans. And that's always a fun experience. But I hadn't fully realized myself yet at the time. I honestly still haven't, but I'm at peace with that now. Because like at 14 you kind of think about yourself and you're like, wow, I'm gonna have all of this figured out by the time I'm 18 and it'll be awesome. No, that's not how that works. And that's also not really how I thought about myself either, but that's because I was a child with depression, which is a very different issue in of itself. But there's a lot of stuff that you kind of just have to get through, and one of those things might have to be almost being groomed on Minecraft and then realizing it because it's something that you never really expected to get. Was I supposed to take damage there? I feel like I was supposed to take damage there and I didn't. Maybe it's just because I landed on the hay bale. Like, I knew in theory that's what I would do, but... Oh, right. I was talking about the guy. There was nothing really wrong, per se. I mean, in the sense of, like, us only talking through Minecraft, thus not really doing much. But, like, there were times where we would talk and, like, sort of flirt in, like, the way that young teenagers do, I guess. I'm not fully sure. And, I mean, looking back at it now, honestly, I, like, as weird as it kind of was for a, like, almost 17-year-old to be talking to someone 13, 14, like, and as much as I wouldn't have done that at the time, like, and, like, once I got to 16 and 17, I was like, why would I do that? It's sort of, like, well, I, like, can see how he ended up in that position. So I don't hold, like, any ill will to him, of course, because at the end of the day, we were both children on a Minecraft server. So, I mean, I obviously can't fault him really for anything. Besides maybe, like, suicide baiting. Don't really talk to anyone from that server anymore. Through no fault of them, of course. Just through the virtue of it being a server that died 4 years ago. It was pretty big. I enjoyed my time there, and, like, I did have friends, and I helped one of my friends with a build that he was doing. A couple of his builds, because this was a server that would reset sometimes. There were certain points where it was like, oh, well, why even try, because it's just gonna get reset soon. Because it was sort of like reset because we want people to be active, instead of like a reset because we fulfilled everything in this sense. And so it got kind of disappointing after a little bit, which is why I was kind of done with it. That and just the fact that I was getting busy with school again. There's still someone from that server in my Discord friends list that I talk to him like maybe once a year. Like, that's like a big maybe. I mean, it's been probably a good year since I did last talk to him. We catch up sometimes. It's not really much, in all honesty. And I don't mind, because that's just kind of how it goes. I see him playing. Like, I know he doesn't really play Minecraft anymore. He hasn't for a couple years, last time I checked. And that's fine. Like, just will always have those memories of helping him build, like, that first castle that we did together. And it was all because I had wanted to, like, just hang out with people, and so I sent him a TP request, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he was mining out this entire mountain. And I started helping him, and I started organizing, and I like got ideas for him, and like I just helped out, and it was really nice. Like we did a whole photo shoot everywhere uh, before that first reset, and we made plans for the first time back and the second one. It sort of died out. I mean, I will cherish those memories. I mean, there was a time. I mean, I think I still have the photo on my phone of because I couldn't get screenshots at the time, but I have a photo on my phone of we were doing a build battle and I had chosen an animal and he chose elephant as the prompt, and his was so stupid looking, and it became like a whole thing, and it was very fun to me. Like, I think that's partially where my passion from building comes, is from him, in all honesty, because I was so intrigued by everything he was doing with like that castle. It wasn't so much of a castle as a collection of it's like it was more of like a medieval village sort of thing from my memory. Although of course I could be wrong still. Holy shit. Enchanted golden apple. That's freaking goated. How much obsidian is in this? Let me out of the boat. Like, I still use a lot of the building techniques that I just saw him using. Like, a lot of the ways that I make roofs were directly because of how I saw him make them. And obviously it's not the same because that was 5 years ago. But like it all stemmed from that. And I think that's kind of beautiful, even if I don't talk to him. I think it's I think there's a sense of beauty in knowing that there was someone you were close to who inspired you so greatly, even if they don't play the game that you met on anymore. There is a profound beauty in that, I think. And I will hold those memories dear for as long as I have them. I don't remember the server that we met on had a rebrand after one of the first resets. I think it might have been the second one. I'm not sure. It was originally called Aspire Town, and it's like Aspire Town. I don't remember what it rebranded to. Aspire Town is what it was always to me. I remember other names vaguely. I remember um, I can't remember his gamer tag for the life of me, but there was someone who had like a fox skin and he made these big like ice boat tracks. And like there were a couple other like big names. I can remember like oh goodness. I remember a username that started with a JE. I can remember KB Skater. I think those are the um goodness. I'm gonna look at my phone because I know I have old pictures somewhere. I know I have them somewhere. Oh my god. What the heck? His username is like the guy that I was just talking about, the fox skin who made the ice bus. I have a picture. Like I have a really shitty picture that I took on my phone of my screen where we were all on one of his ice boat tracks. Like, I literally had that on my phone. I was really good friends with Elena and Tihu. I've been reminiscing a lot lately, mostly just because I moved into my first apartment and it's like, wow, life really is so much different. There's a lot in life, I think. Just a lot. I think that era of my life has been closed for a while, and I shouldn't be chasing it, you know? There's a lot of things in life that you don't need to be chasing. There's a lot of things in life that I don't need to be chasing. And again, that's like, okay. Having your first experience meeting people and going, these people are like me, and they're from so many different places. You can't replicate, like, realizing that. You can't replicate having those feelings for the first time. And, like, finding your people. Even if you find them over and over again. And I think there's always going to be, like, a profound sense of longing that exists within people to find something, to find, like, a home and something that they want to be around. But, like, a lot of people never find that again. A lot of the time it is just a one-time thing. And there really is nothing wrong with that. It's very, very easy to get caught up in a world of something that you don't mean to. It's very, very easy to get caught up in something that hurts you and, like, degrades you and tears you apart. It is incredibly easy to fall into something like that. And I think chasing an experience where that was the end result, no matter how you feel like you felt at the time about it, chasing something that shaped you but didn't help you just isn't good. And I think talking about it helps. I mean, it certainly does. It's been helping me, and I haven't thought about this in years. But there's a lot of things that you have to put to rest in order to truly, like, just live your life. There's a lot of things you have to do. There's a lot of things you have to think about. Life has a lot planned for everyone, I think. Maybe a bit too much for some people, including myself. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen. There's a lot of things that happen to people because of people. I think part of the reason why I still play Minecraft is because of the longing. There's something that you want to get out of it. And there's something that I want to get out of it. And that's fulfillment in whatever it is that I'm doing. It's like fulfillment in building or making friends or even like making skins. Everyone wants something out of whatever it is they're doing. And maybe that's a little bit cynical if you think about it in the way of people wanting things from other people. But I don't think it has to be cynical. I think you can want something out of a relationship, out of an action, out of living. And it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It can just be a thing. You know? I think about the phrase comparison is the thief of joy a lot. Because, I mean, it can be, and it does end up being very well true. If you only compare yourself to your peers or your superiors, then yes, I mean, you will only ever end up with mediocrity at best. Because you were so focused on staying ahead that you don't consider that being first isn't everything. I'm sure this is a very commonly known sort of thing, but comparison doesn't have to be the thief of joy. A lot of other things are the thief of joy, and I think those probably should take precedent, if I'm being honest. Oh, that's good. I was just talking about those. And by just, I mean like 20 minutes ago. I don't remember when I was talking about it. I think the real thief of joy is the psyche. Because ultimately, the human mind is the thief of joy. It is not simply comparison, it is the things that happen in order for you to be able to make that comparison. The mind very well may be a prison. The real thief of joy may very well be death. You know? I should find a spot to start building, because I've only got so much inventory space left. That's how I know when to start building, is when my inventory starts getting full. I could probably do a little bit to consolidate some, but I'm not going to. Another village. I'm just skipping villages at this point. I don't need to see them. No spot is really calling my name, honestly. Because I need a spot where I can, like, live. Because I've got stuff for another portal, I've got everything that I, like, really need. Actually, this beach looks really nice. I honestly didn't expect that I'd live this long in this world. But I'm very good at, I think, maintaining a status quo when it comes to stuff like this. Worlds like this, I guess. I'll probably just run around and build until I fall off a cliff into a cave and die. I could go to the Nether tomorrow. I have golden helmet. They won't attack me. See you guys later.